He will be going to Beaver Middle School.
What moment? They sure do love these minnows.
Don't mind if I do. Oh my goodness.
Oh, sweet wampa.
Get over here, son.
All right, everybody, I just fed this cringe blue jay. That's right, we're
Still getting blue jays somehow. And Sky has 2 of my kites, but she left this one here for some reason.
Hello, little creature. But today's the big day, you guys.
All of my quail are finally going out to the eagle flight pen because the vultures are gone.
Look at all these Julias.
Look, guys, they just hop right into your hand. No, get back in there, boy. Get back in there, boy.
Good heavens, this is a lot of quail. These are quail of biblical proportion.
All right, everybody, I have all the quail here, and it looks like the vultures went back into their flight pen. These ones I don't think are even my vultures. All right, everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on so the water will be a little less nasty. I don't know why the peacock is in here, but both of my vultures are now on top of the flight pen. So in order to socialize them with the other wild vultures, we're gonna be leaving all the meat out here for them. So hopefully this precious little fella will get to know his new vulture friends that are wild and eventually maybe fly off with them or find a mate. But for now on, the goal of this flight pen is to rehabilitate eagles and osprey. And in the meantime, I'm going to be releasing all of these quail in here. And now this is basically a commercial size quail farm. And these guys are already going after little bugs and things in here. But now I have hundreds of quail. What do you think, Patrick? And it's not the cleanest water, but once I let this run for another hour or so, this should be just fine for them to drink. Oh, look at this little fella. Not to mention they have all the shade here and here, plus that entire chicken coop over there to shelter in. All right, everybody, today is the day of days. Young Bevo here, my precious little beautiful little baby boy, is moving out into the larger area. He's officially too big for this little area here, and he destroys his water every day. I am going to go ahead and fill up his little food bucket though. And obviously Bevo has enjoyed living in here,
but he's gonna really enjoy living in there.
And yesterday we put a bunch of shade cloth on there so it's nice and shady all day. And that way the pond won't get full of algae immediately, but I'm filling it up right now. But all right, everybody, this is now Beaver's new enclosure. I'm gonna move his little igloo in here so he can have his little shelter in the shade. He has a little pool here, and then we're also gonna fill this up for him, cut it off, and then put the rim back on again. And obviously the goal is gonna be to set up a filtration system in here so that it stays nice and clean all year for this little fella.
But that's gonna be a lot easier said than done, I think.
But while he's in here munching on all this stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up for him. And I'm gonna go back there and feed Homelander's drumsticks to those vultures. But while I'm doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy in the big pool. But now that we have all of this shade here, I think Beaver's gonna be very happy in this little pool, especially once it's finished. And it should take him a little while before this gets completely filled with poo. But look how precious this little baby is. Look at these little goobers. But look at these precious little vultures. But as one last little token of love, I'm going to give them the rest of Homelander's legs. But all right, everybody, as you can see, my baby precious vultures are right there. And we've got a lot of other resident vultures in the sky looking at Homelander's legs. And a few coming in right now, as you can see. My last little loving gift to these creatures is going to be, oh, look at him doing a T-pose. My last little loving gift for these guys is going to be having a big old party where all the resident vultures will come and hang out, and then hopefully these guys will get comfortable around them and then leave with them. And with the amount of meat that these legs provide, this party should last a couple weeks. Basically, we're forcing them to hang out with the neighbor kids. And it looks like there's already about 50 vultures circling overhead. But as you guys can see, I went ahead and filled up this pond a bit more so these quail will have water for a long time. I gotta be so careful not to step on them because they're everywhere in here. And I put a lot of their food down everywhere in here, and they're hanging out under this little bush. They can fly over there for shelter. And I think if everything goes well, we will have an infinite supply of quail in here for forever. As long as I just keep dropping off food for them in here every day. Also, I'm getting this thing out of here because I don't want them stealing all their food. Get out of here. And long term, it would probably be best to put some shade up here so it doesn't get too hot. But I think for now, all these little fellas are going to be just fine in here. Look at that little fella drinking. But I think these little fellas are going to do just fine over here, especially whenever all their new friends come to visit. Goodbye, little garbage disposals. And Kevin has not been sitting on eggs at all this year, but his son has been really faithful to the nest. He's a really broody male. Because we haven't been getting any rain at all, I think these eggs actually have a decent chance of hatching. All right, everybody, another day, another feeding this precious little heron. I'm gonna let him have 4 or 5, and that's it. Yeah, you get that one that fell on the ground. Look at that beautiful boy. Get up close on him. Yeah, all right, so that's 4 for you, and then 4 for you. Look at that. They love these little precious, what are these? They sure do love these minnows. And then the last little fella we gotta feed is this bad boy. Look at how he just attacks my fingers. All right, here you go, buddy. Come on. No, you gotta get above it. Come on. Stupid little bird. Oh. But I love to just let them hunt as much as possible, you guys, because they do need to learn how to hunt on their own. Pretty soon we're going to move him outside where he'll have a little kiddie pool. And then he can learn how to hunt out there. All right, buddy, come on. No, it's right. Come on, it's right there. There you go. Goodbye. And I'll give 2 more to this guy because he is the biggest and he probably needs to eat the most. All right, 1 more, buddy. There you go. See, he's getting really good at it. But all right, everybody, this is what I'm doing for the Bebo. I'm going to take his little poo-poo that he made earlier today, and I'm going to throw it somewhere because I don't want that. Oh, no, it's breaking. Oh, nasty. All right, everybody, now that this is full and perfectly shaded in from the elements, I'm going to spray this off. It's going to be the way that he can get out. So even if the water level drops by a foot while I'm gone, our little Bebo boy will still be able to climb up on here and get out. So I'm actually going to pull this back a little bit. So this way, even if the whole pond drains, Bevo can still just climb right out. All right, everybody, and I'm just going to go ahead and screw this in, and then we'll be done. But all right, everybody, this is the setup. Look at that. And he even has this little backup pool. And just being realistic with you guys, this is going to be nasty in a matter of 1 or 2 weeks. But as long as our little Bevo has plenty of access to fresh water that we dump and refill every day, that's honestly all that matters. Here he has tons of room to swim and walk and stretch his leg. So this way he won't grow up with any kind of little deformities. Plus, whenever we need to dump this and refill it, it's going to be as simple as cutting this liner and putting a new one on, which is so much easier than having to use an actual pool liner. Congratulations, Mr. Bebo. You have officially graduated Beaver. He has officially graduated Beaver Elementary School, and now he will be going to Beaver Middle School.
And I'm going to be putting you in Beaver Middle School if you don't like this video.
Beaver in the flight pen for what is that? But now it's time for this precious little Beaver to go into his new home. All right, pal. Here you go. Wow, and now he has this whole place to roam around and live until he's about ready to be released. Or transferred over to Pilar's facility. But I think this little fella is going to be just fine in here. Not to mention, even when it's like 100 degrees outside, it only feels like it's 85 in here. This shade cloth does numbers. And I might even double or triple layer the shade cloth after this. But now for the moment of truth, we need to see if Bevo can climb out of here. But look at this beautiful little Beaver. Heck, I might just need to go in here with him. Get over here, son. Oh, look at this little Beaver. Now I can swim with him. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of show him how to get onto this bamboo. But what's cool is he can also use the bamboo as a little hide. Look at that, you guys. In here, he can feel all nice and secure. And he can get out of the sun even more if he wants to. Oh my goodness, look at him. Beaver into flight pen for today. But all right, you guys, I think he's gonna be very happy in here until we can move him out to the big pond. But it's the perfect little place for him to practice diving. I'm gonna go cut a ton of willow saplings and see if I can bring him in here. But first I need to show this bad boy that he can climb out of here if he wants, just by going, yeah. Come on, buddy. I'm just gonna drop him on top of here. There you go. Now he knows that if he ever wants to get out, he can just climb on top of there. And what's funny is with his weight, it doesn't sink down. Beautiful little Bevo. And it looks like our little vulture friend is coming by to visit. Those vultures heard me yapping and then came over here to see what was going on. Sorry, fellas, this guy's not dead yet. But look how precious this little fella is. Why this man fighting me underwater now? Oh my goodness. But I'm bringing his igloo and some sticks over, and look at these little guys. Looks like they just don't want to leave here. And I would put Bevo's favorite bed in his igloo, but it's got maggots in it. Don't mind if I do. But oh, somebody made a nice big stinky in here. But I strategically put his igloo over there where it's going to get the least amount of sun. And look at this, you guys. This is one of the rat skulls from the owl pellets when the owls were in here. I just went ahead and cut all of this. So now this little guy is the perfect little setup. He's got his little home over there. All I need to do now is cut him a bunch of willow saplings to put in here. Look at this, you guys. I wanted the vultures to socialize with their new friends. But now they're just hanging out here at a safe distance from these other random vultures. vultures that I didn't even raise. And now random vultures are just coming here to hang out with them. But at least they're starting to get some socialization in. Bro, these ain't even my vultures. Get out of here.
After that, there was a rehab in Far East Texas that told us that we could have their coyote to pair with Boo Boo.
All right, everybody, good evening. As you can see, our precious little Bevo is thriving in here. This is his favorite place in the world.
Good moment.
All right, everybody, here's your daily epic Heron content. Look at that, you guys. If that ain't a dinosaur, I don't know what is. All right, brother, you don't need to get all of those. All right, back up. Look at this, you guys. He is ready to get out of there and get to hunting. Wow. Oh, 2 at a time. Beautiful big boy. I'll let him get probably 2 or 3 more. And then it's a good thing that he's eating these dead ones first. Yeah, there you go. All right, that's all you get for now, buddy. Come on, go back. These fellas sure are creepy. But look at this beautiful, beautiful animal. And now it's time to feed my favorite green heron, name of Small Sebastian. Look at this little guy. I love watching him hunt. This is the one that was getting bullied by these other guys, if you guys remember. Look at that. Wow. And he's pretty amazing at hunting nowadays. Pretty soon, I think these guys are going to be about ready to go outside to one of the smaller flight pens so that they can just hunt whenever they want. And I think they're also about old enough to where that even if they do fight each other, they're not going to kill each other now. All right, buddy, come on. One more. Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, good job. Wow. All right, get back in there. Beautiful. And now I am officially already out of all of my minnows. Between my little bullhead that lives in here, all the crawfish that we caught a while back. All right, everybody, I am in Far East Texas again, picking up another little friend for our coyote.
As long as we return him pre-release to the county where he's from.
But we are getting Boo Boo, a friend that is a little coyote that went into a dog rescue. But then they found out, oh, this isn't a dog. So we are going to be picking this little guy up, and eventually we're going to be slowly introducing him to Boo Boo, where they will help each other stay wild and become normal coyotes.
And this is my dog, Boo Boo too.
But he loves his little home here. Look at this. Good night, precious little Bevo. Oh my goodness, look at him.
And as always, I give these guys some marshmallows for enrichment every now and then. But I love you guys, I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next video. Ooh, almost forgot to tell you.